Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz. As you can see, I'm on my own today. As you know, I've been looking around the whole of the UK for ages to try and find the perfect cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak. One of my favourite foods. Not been able to find anyone in the UK that can do one as good as they do in Philadelphia or South Jersey as well, New Jersey. Some of the best Philly cheesesteaks I've had have been in New Jersey. So I thought I'd give it a go at doing one myself. I have practiced and I thought I was getting very, very close. So I'm at my house here. This is me in my, well, in Gainer's kitchen, I would say. It's not really mine. And I'm going to have a go at making a Philly cheesesteak. I've got my meat slicer, which was a nice Mother's Day present for Gainer, which I bought with intentions of thinking, I reckon I can slice some meat on there that'll be good for Philly cheesesteaks. So got all this set up. I'm still not sure how to use it because it's still quite new. But you get the gist of what I've got. I've got the ingredients here anyway. Got some nice mini peppers here. I've tried these before. Really good, full of flavour. Couple of onions, 3 cloves of garlic, because I quite like garlic. I've got the ribeye steak. I've got some garlic and pepper butter. I've got some salt and pepper, some seasonings here, which I'm going to put in. And I'll be putting the cheese on in a bit. I'm using French Emmenthal cheese. Not as strong as some things like sharp cheddar or stuff like that. It's got a really good taste to it. So here we go. Let's have a go at making Dazzy's Philly cheesesteak. There's one ingredient that I'm going to put on there that nobody puts on Philly cheesesteak that I know of anyway. You know what it is? You got it, Frank's hot sauce. Wouldn't be anything without Frank's hot sauce. Don't put a lot on, just a drizzle with the mayo. And it tastes absolutely, it sends the flavour into a little bit different. So if you like Frank's hot sauce, it's the buffalo side. Like I say, just a little drizzle with the mayo, absolutely delicious. So first I'm going to start by, I'm going to try and shave the ribeye. Like I say again, bear with me on the cutting of this. It's all very new to me. There was one thing I learned from watching internet videos or YouTube videos on how to get the perfect slice on it, was to just freeze it a little bit. Not too much, just that nice little bit that'll just get that nice clean cut for it. So it's cutting really well with this, with it being frozen just a little bit. That's as good as we're going to get on there. But like I say, perfect size, great little machine. Well impressed with it. As you can see, great size on the beef. I'm just going to slice that up with a knife, just so it's a little bit more loosened up. What I'm going to do now is just season the beef. It's all prepared for going on. What I did to try and get the perfect Philly cheesesteak, whenever I've seen them cooked in Philadelphia, it's always done on a hot plate. So I bought myself a nice little hot plate, straight from Ninja. I don't know if you can see in the back, Gainer's a Ninja collector, I would say. Plenty of stuff to go around for anything you want to cook on a Ninja. Even makes cooking easy for me. Right, bit of salt and pepper, bit of wash your sister sauce. Quite like this, so it's always plentiful on mine. Bit of a mix up. When we went to Philadelphia, we went on a mission to try and find our best cheesesteak, rather than sort of like go to the main shops that everyone was sort of like going on about, Gino and Pat's, and places like that. We went for our own lookout and we found some great places. Can't remember the name of them now, to be honest. You'll have to check on the video where we went to, but there's some great places we went to. One was more like an upmarket type foodie place, I thought anyway, compared to the first one. First one was a little bit more, bit cheaper, but very, very good. And it's like I say, it's one of my favourite foods from around the world. Been to very many places around the world, as many of you know. But you can't beat a Philly cheesesteak. The only thing that comes close to Philly cheesesteak is a buffalo chicken sandwich. And if you can find a place that does a buffalo chicken sandwich, like here, I do a good buffalo chicken sandwich, that'll be next. Then once you found one. And I think now with the cheesesteaks I'm doing, I reckon that I always cut the middles out of a pepper. I don't know, why do we cut the middle out of a pepper?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? I always cut the middle out.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it's because of the seeds, yeah.
Yeah, get the seeds out, yeah.
I guess it's just because of the seeds. It's does that make it more spicy?
The spicy on chili peppers, but not on regular peppers. Concentrating.
Now with garlic, I'm not really too bothered how finely it's chopped, because like I say, it's something I love, garlic. The other thing they've not done as well, one thing you've probably noticed is not stuck to any recipe, because everyone's going to have a different opinion about what a recipe is going to be for a Philly cheesesteak. Some people will say don't put garlic in, don't put peppers in it, use cheese whiz instead of other cheese. Everyone's got their own opinion, and I think based on what your likes are to your taste buds is what you've got to go for. That's all these prep now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these on the hot plate, which I got. I'm going to bring the hot plate in. Like I say, it's something I just recently bought. I'm not putting it over the kitchen fan, so the smoke alarm might go off. I'm a bit worried in case it does. Right, so I'm ready to start getting going now on the hot plate. Like I say, new hot plate I bought. That's I'm only going to do Philly cheesesteak on this. I mean, in fact, I might have a competition to see if I can do what does the best burger, a hot plate or a Ninja grill. You know, the actual grill. So it's something I might have a go at as well, because I do like doing burgers as well. So I'm just going to oil up the plenty of olive oil. Get that going. And then I'm going with everything. The smell of that is incredible. I can smell that what's going to go on to the cheesesteak now. So knowing that smell's coming through, that we're going to hit the high ground on this. This is exactly how I want it to smell straight away. There's one thing I've had trouble with finding to make this the perfect sandwich over here is the bread. It's been a bit of a challenge. Most of the bread we get over here is like crusty bread. So you're getting like the French sticks. Hoagies are very difficult to find. Go to any bakery. I thought any bakery would sell them. And I went to the bakery today and they went no. And the closest they had was a French stick. So I ended up getting like soft hoagies from the supermarket, which are not ideal, but they're probably better than the French stick. French stick's a little bit too crusty, I think, to enjoy it, and it doesn't soak in the flavours like the softer rolls do. So I've got a couple of different ones. I also got some, I can't remember what they're called now. What's that bread? Brioche. Some brioche rolls, not buns, almost like a hot dog roll type sort of style. Like a small hoagie, which I think will be ideal, because the flavour that the brioche gives is quite good. And then I'm going in with the meat on this. I was going to do this outside today. Weather's beautiful in England. But it's just a little bit too windy on our balcony, on our deck on the outside. So I don't think we would have got the full effect. Garlic and pepper butter. What I'm going to do now, just add a bit more Washy Sister sauce. Bit of a dosing on there. You're all going to want to come round and have a bit of this, aren't you? Close that down for a few minutes. Wow. With that butter that's been put in, just adds so much juice when it comes to it. Steak's doing perfect. That shaving steak is just perfect. It's not too thin, not too thick. Perfect. Just gonna knock it down to 100, drop the lid, and I'm gonna look to get the cheese. Cheese we're using today, grated French Emmental. That's how you pronounce it, Emmental. Emmental.
How do you describe the taste of it for people who don't know?
Emmental. It's kind of a light, like it's almost.
Nutty.
Yeah, it does have a nutty taste. Yeah, you're right. It does. You can't really smell a nut smell to it, but it does have a little bit of a nutty taste. It's got a great flavour, Emmental. Emmental. People are looking and going, no, don't sprinkle it all over the top like that. It's the outcome you got to get, mate. It's the end product, not how you get there. Two types of roll I got. I got the white submarine, which I'm not keen on. They just don't seem to make the submarines or the hoagies as good over here. See what I mean? It's like it's nice and soft, and it's got that little crispy sort of like texture on the top, but it's not as it's a bit more flimsy. They fall apart a little bit. I'm going to try that, but how I make my rolls, what I do, get the mayo, Frank's hot sauce, and again, you're not soaking it in anything. You're just complementing the mayo. Just to give it that little bit of taste, a bit like almost like a ketchup, sort of like standard. Cheese is coming on nice. Gonna mix that in a little bit. How good's that looking? Now I'm just going to turn that down again, just so I keep it warm a little bit. I'm going to show you what else I do, which is a little bit different. While the cheese is melting on there, I still get a little bit of the cheese. Just add it to the sandwich. Gives it that extra little bit of cheese. This is your equivalent of your Cheese Whiz, I'm guessing. Like I say, it's quite a strongish, not too strong, but a good flavour of cheese on that. I think now that's ready to serve. Now, that looks perfect. So, I'm gonna plate it up, as they say, do they? In the culinary world. Bit messy, not skilled at this yet. This is the bit I've got to combat. And then what you have is Daz's Philly cheesesteak. So I've not got any hot peppers on this one yet, so I'm going to try it, tell you what I think. That is the closest thing you'll get. That's the closest thing you're going to get to a Philly cheesesteak in the UK. And if anyone wants to put a bet on it, challenge me in the UK to a Philly cheesesteak off, I'm in, because that is bang on. That's exactly what you get in Philadelphia. Same flavouring, same taste. I'm right there. I knew I would be after my last try. I knew I was very close. And this time I've nailed it. I know I have. That is American Philly cheesesteak made by Office Bloke Daz. Peace out. You want mayo and
hot sauce.
Hot sauce on it?
Yeah, I don't really want mayo.
Just a sprinkling of hot sauce. Gives it a proper flavour in the hot sauce, I think.
I'm not sure if hot sauce belongs on this.
It's good, isn't it? That flavouring on the meat is spectacular. shaking because I don't want to put too much on.
Hot.
Hot burning.
That is really good, that, mate. I don't think it's quite as good as the one we had in Philadelphia, though.
I bet it's not far off. Gainer, can use Aiden's plate.
Right.
It's close, isn't it? I think I'm there. I think I've nailed that. And the only thing that makes it mine a little bit more better, I think, is the Frank's hot sauce. I think the Frank's hot sauce gives it that little sweeter taste that just sort of like gives that a little kick.
You can't taste it though, can you?
You can. If you think about it, you can taste it. But it's not something that overpowers it and sort of like goes, oh, I can taste hot sauce on there. And loads of people are going to say, you don't put Frank's on a Philly cheesesteak. And I go, put whatever you want on a Philly cheesesteak, really, as long as it tastes good. And I think that's go on, marks out of 10.
Solid 9.
9. Aiden?
You're 9 as well, mate.
9. Wow, that's high compliments for a 9.
It's really good.
That griddle's my new toy.
But do you know what I like? Because you've made one before, but you made it with cheddar. I do like the Emmenthal.
Yeah, the Emmenthal, it's not as strong, is it?
No.
It's got a good flavour, but it's not strong.
Yeah, because we can't get like provolone over here.
No, it's hard to get provolone.
It's the closest. Very good. Yeah.
But that's definitely like I say, I'll challenge anyone with that.
Yep.
There you have it.
Yeah.
9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I can't score myself, but if I did, got me a 10. Anyway, catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.
Bye.